Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Deva. Today I'm going to explain mathematical material and the topic is about exponential function. Before that, I'm going to start share screen my PowerPoint. Okay, so here's an exponential function. Take a look at this table about insect population. A function rule that describes the pattern above is fx equals to 2 multiplied by 3 to the power of x. This type of function in which the independent variable appears in an exponent is an exponential function. We can notice that the 2 in there is the starting population and the 3 in there is amount by which the population is multiplied each day. So we can conclude that exponential function is a function that has the form of fx equals to a multiplied by b to the power of x, where the a is not equals by 0, the b is not equals by 1, and the b is greater than 0. And the a in there is the coefficient, and the base is b, and the x is variable, which is the exponent. Okay, next is evaluating an exponential function. How we can evaluate the exponential function? Take a look at this example. The function fx equals to 2 multiplied by 3 to the power of x models an insect population after x days. So what will the population be on the 5th day? How we can answer this kind of question? First, we can write the function, and then we substitute 5 for x, and then we multiply it, and then there will be 486 insects on the 5th day. Next, how we can identifying an exponential function. Okay, there's given graphic A and B. Tell whether each set of ordered pairs satisfy an exponential function. Before we tell which is the exponential function, we have to remember that the exponential function has the x value increased by a constant amount and the y value are multiplied by a constant amount. So, which one is exponential function? Yeah, you're right. The graphic A is an exponential function. Why? Because we can see that the x has value increased by a constant amount, which is 1, and the y value are multiplied by a constant amount, which is 2. But the graphic B is not an exponential function. Why? The x value increased by a constant amount, such as 2, but the y value are not multiplied by a constant value. There is multiplied by minus 1, and then multiplied by 3, and then multiplied by 5 over 3. So the graph B is not an exponential function. Okay, next is graphing an exponential function. How to graphing an exponential function? To graphing an exponential function, we can choose several values of x such as positive, negative, or 0. And we can generate ordered pairs. Plot the points and connect them with a smooth curve. Okay, I will give one example. There is a graph of y equals to 3 multiplied by 4 to the power of x. If the x is 1, and then you can substitute to the graph y, so the y becomes 0.75. And if x is 0, so we can substitute, and then the y becomes 3. And the x is 1, we substitute, and then the y is 12, and so on. And we can do this to graphic y equals y minus 5 multiplied by 2 to the power of x, and sum of the graph of y equals to 3 multiplied by 1 over 2 to the power of x. Next. Okay. Next is statistic application. Did you wondering how people gonna use this exponential function in a daily life? We can use this function to calculate the population of human or animals. Here's an example. The population of India was about 1,353 billion in the year 2018, which an annual growth rate of about 1.0%. The situation is represented by the growth function, which is ft equals by 1,353 multiplied by 1.01 to the power of t, where the t is the number of years since 2018. To the nearest million, what will the population of India be in 2024? Okay, to answer this kind of question, we can use exponential function to solve them. Okay, to estimate the population in 2024, we evaluate the model for t equals to 6, and then because 2024 is 6 years after 2018. Rounding to the nearest thousand, because a thousand of a billion is a million. So we can write down the function, which is ft equals to 1,353 multiplied by 1.01 to the power of t. And then we can substitute 6 to t, and then we can multiply it. So there will be about 1,436,436 billion people in India in the year of 2024. Okay, so this is the end of the material about exponential function. We can recall that exponential function is a function that has the form of x equals to a multiplied by b to the power of x, where the a is not equals by 0, b is not equals by 1, and the b is greater than 0. Okay. That's all. I hope you can understand my explanation about exponential function. Thank you for hearing me out. Goodbye.